We call ourselves Lazarus.
Looks like you've assembled a team of bad apples, huh?
One member of Lazarus is a former Russian spy.
I traveled all over the world as a secret agent.
Yeah, right.
Elena is a notorious hacker who's committed crimes on a global scale. She might just be the biggest wild card on the team.
There's nothing crazy about my story.
Is this place your actual home?
Seems like the kind of place Batman would live.
I worked at the lab at my university.
Oh.
But sometimes I just gotta play the badass.
I have a pretty bad habit. I break out of prisons.
Axel is the one. He can shed light on everything.
After Hopna hit the market, the frenzy even spread through the prison I was in. I'm not normally into drugs, but I decided to try it out of curiosity. The first thing I did was headbutt the bars of my cell. It hurt like a bitch. Guess the stuff has no effect on me.
Axel Gilberto, you've got a visitor.
For me? Oh man, great. Sorry, have we met before?
I've come here today to ask you for a favor. And depending on how you answer, I could free you from your current situation.
So what's this favor of yours?
You've heard of Hopna?
Of course I have.
And Dr. Skinner's announcement?
Haven't heard a thing.
This clip was just posted to every video platform around the world.
If you find yourself unable to feel any kind of pain, then that is no different from being dead.
As a matter of fact, I did not develop Hopna to act as a mere painkiller. I engineered it to remain in the body. 3 years after ingestion, Hopna will mutate, killing all those who have taken it.
In the past, Dr. Skinner sought peace and equality for all. People thought the man was a real saint.
And now that he's come back, you must think he's turned into the devil.
Hey, you were doing time in the slammer, right? How many years did you get?
Let me see. I think it's up to 888 years.
Get the hell out of here, you psycho!
What?
I'm not driving with freaking Leatherface!
Hold on.
That's not a sentence you get for just killing one person.
Be cool. Did you know that they double your sentence every time you break out of prison?
And?
Well, I originally got 3 years, but I kept escaping so much that before I knew it, my sentence had grown to some ridiculous number.
Why would you try to escape so many times?
Let's just say, it's a hobby of mine.
Weirdo.
The intelligence branch of the army has started sniffing around.
For Axel?
Yeah. Aimon Prison was forcing all their death row and life sentence inmates to take new drugs as part of clinical trials.
Then, Axel happened to be one of the test subjects too.
That is correct, but the results were never recorded. Nor is there any documentation on file on what happened to the inmates.
So that means that Axel is living proof of their experiments.
The drug they forced you to take at the Arizona prison was a prototype of Hopna.
Huh?
You escaped right after the clinical trial ended, so you obviously had no way of knowing. It's very likely that everyone else who took it is already dead.
How in the hell am I the only one still alive? You know, I've been on death's doorstep plenty of times. But this is the first time that somebody saved my ass.
You really gotta give us somebody to contact in case you die.
I don't have anyone.
Give me a break, yes you do.
Nope, not me. I used to have a friend or two, way back when I was a kid. And since I had no parents or siblings, those guys were practically my family. We were like a gang, we got in a lot of trouble. We did what we had to do to survive.
Then what?
Well, they all got killed. I was the only one who made it out. I wear this necklace to remember them. After that, I swore off trying to make any new friends. And wherever I went, I made sure to leave before I got too attached. But I have to say, I kinda like where I'm at right now.
Why is it that life always requires us to overcome so much grief, suffering, and all that other crap? That's what was going through my head when I first heard about Hopna. Some people said that it cured the pain of a heartbreak. I thought, how can a broken heart ever be painless? Isn't this too good to be true? Those thoughts did cross my mind. Funny, it turns out that we were all being duped.
Alexandra? Is that you?
Christine Blake is not her real name. She used to be a Russian Special Forces agent. She defected, and then changed her name and her face, and became a member of Lazarus.
No matter how many surgeries you have, nothing could ever change those eyes. I'd recognize that stubborn look anywhere. 3 years ago, word came in that you died in that tragedy at the airport. But they never found your body, so I knew that you must have somehow survived. You're going to regret defecting when I'm done with you, so sit here and enjoy waiting for help to come, assuming that anyone would ever come to save a traitor like you. Over the past 3 years, all I could think about was when this time came, how I was going to kill you.
Go ahead and shoot. When I saw you for the first time in 3 years, I couldn't move. I changed my face and even my name. But the one thing that I couldn't change was my heart.
Then tell me, why did you just disappear? You left me behind!
On that day, I was at the airport and died. I actually flatlined, and my name was on the casualty list. But I survived. That's when I thought, if they all believe I'm dead, I can escape the agency.
And just abandon me?
You were my handler. They would kill you if I deserted. That's why I needed to be dead. Let's run away.
What?
We'll escape together, just the two of us.
No! You know that's impossible. Sashenka... It's all your fault. Because of what you did, I can never love again.
When Hopna went on sale 3 years ago, minors were strictly prohibited from using it. But in the underground scene, it was a craze among us kids. Adults didn't understand why we would want to use painkillers. And all it took was a single rumor. Hopna is a drug that can get rid of sadness. I took it too, since my own feelings were too much for me to handle. It seemed crazy that Skinner found a way to control human emotions. I started to think of him as a god. Needless to say, he betrayed all those expectations.
It's called Tower of the Truth. This group enshrined a post-singularity AI as a superior being and worships it as a god.
Elena, any chance you can get access to their AI?
Not possible. Naga is completely disconnected from the outside world.
Naga?
That's the name of the AI.
Wait, how do you know that?
Well, that's where I grew up. Carla.
Elena? It's just like I expected it would be.
I'm back.
I always knew you'd return one day. And now you know. The outside world is full of filth and sinners.
So, hey, that lady from earlier is your mom, right?
Yeah.
The two of you don't seem particularly close.
Everyone is treated as one big family, so any biological ties are to be forgotten. So we can't say things like Mom.
That's messed up. How does she feel about it?
To be honest, their god is the only thing she ever thinks about.
What about your dad?
I don't know who my father is.
Really?
It's very odd, right? But, you know, I went my whole life thinking this was normal. since this was the only world I knew. Even so, it is weird, isn't it?
How will the end of the world come upon us? It's something I've always wondered about ever since I was a kid. Well, it arrived without warning, in a way nobody could have imagined. A man named Dr. Skinner developed a miracle painkiller known as Hopna. They said it freed people from all suffering and was even celebrated as the drug that could save the world. And as it turned out, Hopna was a grand trap that he set upon us all.
Hey, Doug, what does Hirsch have on you?
Why do you want to know?
Just curious.
You know, curiosity killed the cat.
Did you really do something that bad?
I'm just messing with you, Leland. In my case, I got roped into this for some lousy misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor? Really?
I have a lead I can follow up on. His name is Claude Klein. He was my mentor when I worked at the lab at my university. In the past, he was involved in some research projects with Skinner.
Hold up. Where's your mentor?
They say he retired and they don't have any information on his whereabouts.
Oh, yeah?
However, there's a rumor that he ended up on the streets.
If that's the case, I might be able to help you find him.
Great.
So, what brings you here?
We're looking for a man named Claude. I was told he's been seen somewhere around this area recently.
Listen, these people have circumstances that have led them here. So you have to understand that it's common courtesy not to go digging up anybody's past.
Well, back when I was an academic researcher, a guy said to me, there will never be a Black Einstein, and that it was impossible for people like us to win a Nobel Prize, no matter how hard we tried. Unfortunately, I ended up hitting him. That man was the dean of the university. I was kicked out of the academy for my actions, but Professor Claude stood up for me until the very end. And to this day, I have yet to thank him.
Show me his picture.
What's the matter, Professor?
Whoop his butt already.
Queen to Bishop.
Huh? The professor's gonna win. Oh yeah, it's over.
Bishop to King, checkmate.
He got it. No way! Now about 3 days worth of food! Is that you, Doug?
It's been a long time, Professor. I appreciate you standing up for me back then.
Hopna, the painkiller that everybody said would free humanity from suffering. But for me and my friends, it served an entirely different purpose. We started using Hopna as a substitute for drugs. We put it in our drinks, it gave us a boost, and got us a little high. It was perfect for when you were feeling down. Everybody was using it. Nobody could ever imagine it would become the terror that would kill us all. I mean, I sure didn't.
Young master, finally, good to see you at long last.
Is this place your actual home?
Allow me to welcome you to the Aster family mansion.
So who is this Aster family?
You've never heard of them? They're an aristocratic family that's been around for centuries.
Goodness me. Such unusual guests we have today. And who is it you are again? It's been so long now that I can't even remember your name. The prodigal son has finally returned. Is that befitting?
Good day, sister. I've come here to humbly ask you for a favor.
Seriously? You show up after 4 years just to ask for favors? What is it now? Is it fraud? Maybe theft? What do you want me to cover up for you now?
I'm sorry for my actions. I know that I caused a lot of trouble.
That is an understatement. My goodness. How is the only man left in the family a reject like you? The tradition of male inheritance is outdated. Father should have just been smart and abolished it all while he was still alive.
I beg your pardon, sister. But if you would see fit to take a husband, then...
Huh? What did you say?
Please, Lady Isabella...
I was forced to meet with a long list of prospective suitors! And I hated them all! Every last one of them were greedy assholes after my money! So don't talk to me like that! It's time for you to take your position as head of the Aster family.
Huh? Huh?
Then you won't need to ask me for any more favors.
After treating me like some kind of parasite for years, now that our brother and father are dead, you suddenly want me to take over? I can't even remember our father spending time with me as a child.
Enough already. If you're not here to take over things, then leave and never come back.
Leland, I know your father died in that disaster, and I believe there's significance to the fact you survived it. Your father talked about you pretty often, too.
What?
He's the one who takes after me the most. I can relate to him far more than he thinks, since I always gave my parents a hard time, too.
Thanks for everything, Millie.
Yeah, everything's finished on my end. And you?
I got a Hopna-induced fever, but it went down for some reason, and now I'm all right. I'd like to know why.
Right. I guess it's time for me to share all the details. Skinner was opposed to his research being used to create biological weapons, but nobody would listen to him. So he decided to leak proof of it in Europe. But then the army found out and sent troops to Schiphol Airport. During the shootout, Skinner's suitcase was damaged and started leaking the toxin, which killed many people. And as it turns out, all 5 of you were there when it happened. While countless victims lay there dying, your genes underwent a sudden mutation, giving you a resistance to the drug. Essentially, you all died and then came back to life.
The raising of Lazarus.
That's when Skinner came up with a plan. A way to leak the existence of the drug to the whole world without it ever getting covered up. And now that drug exists within the bodies of all mankind as Hopna.
A problem that no one can afford to ignore.